Speakers today, and it's my pleasure to moderate the session and the Q&A at the end. Let me see if I can take this away. I think, there we go. We're having a pointer. Yeah, it's working. No? So, my name is Hugo de Jong. I'm Director for Destination Certification at Green Destinations. Today we will explore how effective destination management is applied in 5 very different contexts. We're going to have Helsinki, Thailand, Belsh in Albania, Mauritius, and Izmir in Turkey. We will look at strategic planning, cross-sector coordination, community participation, data and standards, and governance mechanisms. Each case provides practical tools and frameworks to align tourism development with sustainability goals. This session offers concrete insights for professionals who want to strengthen destination management at local, regional, and national levels. So I would like to call to the front of the room Mr. Chuit Mitrop. Dr. Chuit is Deputy Director General of DASTA, Ministry of Tourism and Sports, Thailand. He's a leader in sustainable tourism, introduced GSTC to Thailand, and helped establish the Asian Ecotourism Network. Dr. Chuit previously served as counselor to the EU, contributing to national competitiveness and ASEAN integration efforts. He has presented Thailand's tourism strategies on global stages and played a key role in promoting Thai cities to the UNESCO Creative Cities Network. Dr. Chuit, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Hugo. The title I have been commissioned is to showcase about the success of one of our designated areas for sustainable tourism administration in the past and the ongoing project at present. I'm from designated areas for sustainable tourism administration, or for short DASTA. We report directly to the Minister of Tourism and Sports, and Mr. Suripakan Cheswood is our Director General. We have headquarters in Bangkok and 9 designated areas nationwide. So to give you a nutshell of our performances, in the circle of Green Destination Certification, we have at least seven destinations included in the top 100 stories, 2 golds and 1 silver. Coming to the ongoing project in Leh Province, located in the northeastern part of Thailand, which is Phru Kading Cable Car Construction Project. To give you a nutshell about Phru Kading, it is the name of a district in Leh Province, northeastern part of Thailand, and also the name of a national park in Leh Province as well. Recognized as the only mesa, that means the tabletop mountain in Southeast Asia, very famous for young generation to be challenged, physically to achieve, the summit of the mountain, where they have to, hike at least almost about 6 kilometers, taking about 6 hours, at least 6 to 8 hours, with the above sea level about 1.3 kilometers above sea level. But because of the very difficult conditions, to climb up to the hill, most visitors must camp overnight, particularly during the winter. It's going to start, October. This is a profile, annual profile of Phru Kading. It welcomes the almost 70,000 visitors annually, and in the long weekends, 17,000 were congested up the mountain. And of course, it's open for the visitors, I think 40 years more or less, and it has gradually eroded the terrain, from probably 1 to 2 meters wide, but due to the satellite imagery now, probably some part of the trail has been expanded to probably 2-lanes road with something like that. Yes, almost 100% of the visitors must camp overnight, and that will attract the wild animals, especially elephants, because the more visitors, the more waste, left on the top of the hill. And of course, when the visitors were attacked by the elephants, they have become injured. And to evacuate the injured visitors, it takes 4 or 5 hours by stretcher. But imagine about the nighttime, very difficult to bring them down to the hospital. And to go up to the hill, it's just like the paradise of young generation only. 83% of visitors are under 40 and 64% are under 30. You can see, so leaving behind, poorly behind for the elderly people, pregnant women, disabled people, and small children. They could not get to the access to the happiness, fairly with normal people. But in Thailand context, it's quite difficult, to undergo a lot of series of legalities, laws and regulations, because the national park is considered very prohibited, to invest any infrastructure project unless you have to undergo a lot of conditions. But thanks to the current Director General of the Department of National Park, Excellency Mr. Attapon Charanchansar, he is very willing to coordinate with our organization to push forward this Sky Cable Car project to allow the people with limited mobility to be able to climb up to the hill and to enjoy the happiness similar to ordinary people. 4 benefits of Phukading Cable Car project. The first 3 pillars would be dedicated to environment, safety, and tourism for all, or access for all. So all dedicated to observe the GATC criteria as well, the green residence criteria as well. But the 4th pillar of the benefits of Phukading project is to generate incomes, where you have to think about the holistic view of diversifying the incomes and the prosperity to people living outside the national park area. So we are going to learn from a lesson that we have done successfully in the past, which is the case study of Chiang Mai night safari. Lots of you might have heard about the name of Chiang Mai, very famous of tourists. And it is considered one of Thailand's most popular destinations. But having said that, however, for years, the average length of stay, I'm talking about 20 years ago, it is about 2 nights. So the government at that time, 20 years ago, was thinking of the possibility to extend the longer stay for the tourists. So if you would like to get the tourists, stay longer, you have to offer something, especially the night activities, to get them, stay longer. So you can see this the CBD here in Chiang Mai, and just a few kilometers away from the CBD is the Chiang Mai night safari. So the prosperity diversification is unfair at that time. So they decided to construct the Chiang Mai night safari at that time. There is a profile, the short profile of the Chiang Mai night safari. It's open zoo. And I would like to emphasize this slide because not only the economic prosperity, but also the skill prosperity for the community as well. You can see that this young generation were the children of the local community members. We had the close cooperation with Chiang Mai University to produce the veterinary, animal husbandry, to look after the animals in the zoo. That is very important. So they earn, the knowledge and skills, and not necessarily to work in the Chiang Mai Night Safari. They can work, all over the nation. That is very important. We support the setting of the community enterprise and surrounding communities in establishing the local enterprises, allow them to supply goods, services like animal feed, souvenirs, food, snacks, so on and so forth to Chiang Mai Night Safari. So the economic impact and social impacts of Chiang Mai Night Safari would include, job creation for over 200 families directly and indirectly for more than 1,200 families. Along the pathway of the success of Chiang Mai Night Safari, we have witnessed lots of investment, especially the business activities along the road and surrounding the Night Safari, including sport tourism as well, urban planning, TODs, things like that, and even the hospitality, the hospital. So, to apply the success lesson from Chiang Mai Night Safari to Phu Ca Ding, we look forward to see the second success from Chiang Mai Night Safari to our designated area. Thank you very much for your attention.
Please return to your seat. Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Chuit, and thank you for excellent timekeeping, enabling the rest of the presenters to also share their story, because the next presenter will be Mr. Jukka Punamäki from the city of Helsinki in Finland. Jukka is Senior Advisor for Tourism at the City of Helsinki Tourism and Destination Management Unit, where he leads sustainable tourism initiatives. With deep experience in regional development, data-driven strategies, and stakeholder strategies collaboration, he has helped position Helsinki as a global leader in sustainability. Under his guidance, Helsinki topped the Global Destination Sustainability Index and became the first major city to earn the Green Destinations GSTC certification in this year. The floor is yours, and here is the clicker for actually going to the next slides. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so I'm from Helsinki, which is in Finland. It's up north, a bit more colder than Thailand. And like mentioned, my topic today is Helsinki, the most sustainable travel destination, humbly, in the world. Okay, so we're going to jump right into our city strategy. And it says on the page 56 that we will develop Helsinki into the smartest and most sustainable travel destination. So that's crucial. Our politicians have agreed that we want to be the most sustainable travel destination. That's the foundation for everything that I do. I need to have the politicians on my side. Okay, so then the question is, why? Why do we want to be the best? Well, first, there are lots and lots of studies showing that the visitors today are looking for more sustainable options. This is from trip.com. 69% actively seeking sustainable travel options. Booking.com, 75% of global travelers say that they want to travel more sustainably over the next 12 months. Booking.com this year, sustainability remains important for 84% of travelers. So these are the people we want to tap into. The demand is there. It makes sense. The other reason why we want to be the best is that Helsinki in general is really good at sustainability. It's not only what I do or our tourism companies do, but Helsinki in general and Finland as well. We are going to be carbon neutral by 2030, so in 5 years. We just shut our last coal-fired power plant this year, making our central heating almost completely emissions-free, which heating, of course, in Finland is a really big part of the whole emissions. Our electricity is also almost completely emission-free at the moment. This quote is from the CEO of Fingrid, which is the Finland's electricity transmission system operator. And then, of course, the social side. I don't know if you've noticed, but Finland has been named the happiest country in the world for 8 years in a row. So the social side is also in a really high level. And we've been doing this already for years. We were elected as the European Capital of Smart Tourism in 2019 already. Okay, we are still on the topic of why. So just like mentioned before, we reached the Global Destination Sustainability Index position number 1 last year. And after that, the visibility globally has been tremendous. So Skift, Guardian, Forbes, Le Figaro, Condé Nast, and so forth. So much good visibility for us, kind of free for being the number 1. So there's a really good business case on being good at this thing. Okay, so this was the why part. So then I'm going to go to how do we prove that we are the most sustainable, or at least sustainable. So transparency is the key. This is from our tourism strategy, section B3. Helsinki is a world leader in sustainability verified by indices and certifications. And this is what we've been doing for the last 4 years. Some of you guys know what happened with Green Claims Directive. It was halted in the European Union. It was about greenwashing, but still the idea remains with the other directive, Directive for Empowering Consumers for Green Transition. It wasn't supposed to be overlined, it was supposed to be underlined, but anyway, the idea is that you cannot make any claims on green issues if you cannot back them up. So this is already by European Union, they're pushing it forward. So we want to be compliant with all the new directives and the legislation when it comes to proving if you're sustainable or not. So we have a national program, Sustainable Travel Finland program, which is a really big one. Helsinki has been a pilot destination since the beginning, and now for 6 years. It's our most important tool to push the companies forward and to push ourselves as a DMO forward. And it will prove that we are sustainable. Then, of course, Green Destinations is a hugely important tool for us. As we probably quite a few of us know, it's a massive, massive thing. It has 83 main questions, 286 sub-questions, and our report from Helsinki was 124 pages long. So again, just to prove a point, we want to be transparent and prove what we're doing. And this year, we are really, really proud of this. We received the GSTC certified from Green Destinations as the first bigger city in the world. And then, just about exactly 1 week ago, we became again repeated #1 position on the GDS index, Global Destination Sustainability Index, proving that we are on top of the game. Of course, not everybody in the world are taking part in the GDS index, but we think that that's at least one indicator on that we are on a good path. Okay, we are still on the transparency part, planning. We have loads and loads and loads of different kinds of plans for sustainability in Helsinki. Loads. Loads. All of these are available online. So we want to show everybody what we're doing. These are not kept to ourselves. Whatever we plan, we put it out there for anybody to see and maybe to contradict if they want. And then lastly, data management. Of course, now we have the certifications, we have the index, we are as transparent as possible. But then we need to have data. And the data is, of course, for developing sustainable tourism, but it's also for proving what we're doing. So for that reason, we have just created a new platform. But before that, I forgot I had this slide. So Helsinki has actually been a pioneer in open data already for 20 years. So this is a website called Helsinki Region InfoShare. And the basic idea in Helsinki is that if we have any kind of data, you have to put it out there unless you have some specific reason to hide it. So everything is public. Okay, so this is on a Helsinki level. But then for tourism, we just created our new platform for data. It has over 500 different data points from tourism. A lot, I know. We're just trying to learn what to do with it. So it has the basic KPIs and overnights, you know. But then we also created a sustainable tourism data platform for Power BI. This is open on our website. And it has all the basic information from sustainability. So it has the visitor perception. What do people think about sustainability issues when they come to Helsinki? These are just examples. Environmental side, for example, carbon footprint calculations. We just calculated our carbon footprint again. It shows that travel to destination is 92%, I think, from all the emissions. So it's the flying part. That's our biggest problem at the moment, and rest assured we will try to do something about it. It's the elephant in the room. Then we have the social side, for example, the local sentiment on tourism, tourism intensity, and so forth. And then we have the index and certifications. So we are following the number of certifications in our tourism companies. For example, 99% of hotels in Helsinki are certified, which is, I think, pretty good number. And then safety issues on the same page. So if you're interested, just go to our tourism website and you will find this. Thank you.
Very well then. Thank you so much, Jukka. Thank you. So again, for everyone, please keep your questions until the end of the 5 presentations, and then you can fire them off. The next presenter is Pauliina Rusta from Belsh, Albania. Pauliina is a public official at the municipality of Belsh, working in projects and EU integration sector. She also serves as the sustainability coordinator and leads the municipal green team working group. Her role involves developing tourism strategies, managing community-based tourism initiatives, and preparing EU-funded project proposals focused on ecotourism and sustainable development. Thank you so much for coming and presenting your story here. The floor is yours.
Hi everyone. So my name is Pauliina Rusta and I come from municipality of Belsh, located in heart of Albania. My story for today is the story of Belsh transformation, from shadow of neglect to the spotlight of Albanian tourism. So Belsh is located in heart of Albania, as I said, which covers an area around 196 square kilometers, with a population just over 17,000 people. It's organized in 5 administrative units, which are Belsh, Fiers, Kayan, Grekan, and Aras. And the main activities, economic activities for Belsh are agriculture and tourism. We are known for our 84 natural lakes, scientific landscapes, and ecotourism potentials. But just a few years ago, Belsh was far from being a tourist destination. Before 2016, Belsh has faced serious challenges like damaged and impossible roads, no public transportation or tourist facilities, pollution, unmanaged waste, and degraded lakes, isolation from surrounding areas, local economy, and lack of job. But worst of all, for our municipality was that our community spirits were very low. Nobody would manage that Belsh would become a place that people would love to travel to. The transformation point came with the release of project Urban Renaissance Project in 2016. This project does not only improve the roads, sidewalks, or building public part. It was about creating a new vision for Belsh. A vision as Belsh, as green, welcoming, and and a green destination. This project went through some phases, which was in 2016 was the beginning of the project, focusing on creating a clear master plan, improving infrastructure, and setting a sustainable tourism vision for Belsh. In 2017, the major work started, including rebuilding roads, redesigning the central square, and launching the cleanup and protection of Belsh Lake and surrounding areas. In 2019, the key public spaces were completed, modern lighting and sidewalks were installed. The strong environmental protection measure was put in place to preserve the lakes. Now, since 2023, Belsh welcomes over 200,000 visitors annually, with a thriving tourism sector, improved public services and new jobs boosting the local economy. Before this project, Belsh has 0 hotel rooms or guest houses, but now we have more than around 100 rooms to welcome our visitors. This project is not over. Our next steps are to support local and agro-tourism businesses through training local entrepreneurs, promoting our local food and crafts. Next steps also is to improve our transport access, to expand environmental education programs, and of course to continue to protect our lakes and our surrounding areas. Through this project, we have learned some important lessons, which are for us that sustainable tourism can transform small towns. Infrastructure and nature must grow together, and the most important, that people and culture are the key to lasting changes. This is Belsh after this project. As I'm here today, I will all welcome you to visit Belsh. It's a small town, but has a lot to offer. As I said, there are 84 natural lakes just in that small area. As I know, this is a small town, but for us, this was a big change. Sorry. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Paulina. Thank you. It's great to see all these different examples of sustainable destination management, from big countries to big cities to small towns. And we continue our journey to Turkey. I'll call to the front here, Sinem. Please go ahead. Sinem Soygul is the destination manager at the Visit Izmir Destination Management Office, part of Izmir Metropolitan Municipality. With a background in urban planning and business administration, Sinem brings experience from both the public and private sectors across Turkey and the US. Her work focuses on preserving Izmir's cultural and natural assets while driving responsible tourism growth. Please, the floor is yours, and I will go put your slides forward so you can actually see your own name on the screen. No, on the right-hand side. Yeah, that's one. That's the next one.
Hello, welcome everyone. My name is Sinem. I am the manager of Destination Management Office of City of Izmir. We are the part of the Izmir Metropolitan Municipality. First of all, I want to tell where is Izmir, because some of you probably doesn't know. We are the west coast of Turkey. Warmer than Helsinki, colder than Thailand, and we are the third biggest city in Turkey. Our population is very close to 5 million. We have very large history, 8,500 years of continuous settlement. We have fabulous beaches. It's a very big metropolitan. We have 30 districts in our metropolitan's border. Our population, as I said, is close to 5 million, and probably 70% of this population lives in the center districts, which is 6 districts. We have 2 UNESCO sites in Izmir. One is Pergamon, ancient city of Pergamon. The other one is ancient city of Ephesus. So they are both attractive for the mass tourism for us. We have 3 F's, very important for our tourism. Faith, flavor, and freedom. They are the base part of faith tourism, because we have a lot of tourists, pilgrims are coming to Izmir. We have the gastronomy tourism is very important. We have the effects of Mediterranean and the Middle Eastern and the Asians culture. We also have the outdoor, the freedom tourism is very popular after the pandemic. We have, in Izmir, we have all of the tourism types. It's like overdose for the tourists. The gastronomy, history, we have the culture, the nature. In the city center, very close to city center, we have wetlands. It hosts approximately 250 bird species. We are the home of 40,000 flamingos, Mediterranean flamingos. They live inside the city center. We have fabulous beaches, approximately 600 kilometers. As I said, we have the faith tourism, very popular health tourism. It's a medical tourism, the wellness tourism, thermal tourisms. We offer all of them. We also have the international fairs and events. I'm explaining all of these because we are very open to mass tourism, and that's why I'm going to explain to you our challenges to become sustainable. These are the most part that we got the mass tourism, close to 2 million tourists per year, just to Izmir. Ephesus, the ancient city of Ephesus, every day we have 10,000, 15,000 visitors comes, especially in the summer. We have the Temple of Artemis, the Mother Mary's house. We have very old synagogues. We are the home of Saint Polycarp. They are very unique thing for us, very valuable, but they attract a lot of tourists, and it's really hard to control all those tourists for us. That's why we have threats over tourism. These are the very busy area in the summer. Our beaches are very crowded. We have the waste problem, the garbage problem. We have the cruise tourism as well. In the city center, we have 3 very big ports in the city borders. So why we became sustainable? How we did it? Our vision was, it became our challenge actually. We want to be sustainable. We went to a conference 6 years ago. It was about the sustainability in the US. There was one astronaut, retired astronaut, who was a mechanic. He was explaining how the Earth was sustainable. He said all of the rivers and the mountains and the Earth has curves and it lives in a harmony. But all of the cities, when you go close up, they have straight roads, straight buildings. And he said, if we don't change that, we cannot be sustainable. So it affects us policy based on sustainability. Our cities are very old and they are not workable for us to make it sustainable. So we focused on our districts. We have the rural areas, we have 30 districts, and we said let's protect the rural areas first, let's protect the locals and protect the heritage there. So maybe if we protect every district, they will protect the city center. So these are the 4 districts that we focused this last year and this year. Urla, Selçuk, Menderes, and Çeşme, and they're all wine producing districts, as you said in your speech. I was like, that's right, because wine is very sustainable. And we want to be sustainable. We found out GSTC, and then we found out green destinations through GSTC. In 2003, we attended ITB Berlin, and we found out that Green Destination has an award program, certificate program. We were sitting in the back, and we said, can we be sustainable? Like, can we do this for our districts? And we applied for the top 100 in 2023. We got the top 100 stories award for our FLR route. It's a transhumans route, hiking route for the rural areas. We got the award. And 2024, for our 2 districts, we got the silver certificate. Of course, we want to get the GSTC like Helsinki, but as I said, our population is so big. We have the over-tourism. We have so many plans, but we didn't have backup before those plans. So we started backing up them. And we got the certificates for the 2 districts. We got the top 100 story for Urla, and People's Choice Awards for Urla as well. So they were all very big achievements for us. And for this year, we are working for those 4 districts. 2 of them we are planning to achieve the gold, I hope, and the other 2 we will see. In 2003, it was our dream. 2024, we started. We formed the Destination Management Office. Our team has 8 people. We trained them with the Green Destinations help. And we fill out the forms. We talk to the mayors. We got the local support. And we want to inspire the other regions as well. How it helped us for the mayors involving, these certificates helped them to pass the legislation in their districts, so which was a huge achievement for us. Especially in Urla, now they have the recycle legislations. It's a mandatory for all of the businesses. In Selçuk, where the Ephesus is, they have the mass tourism, but now they have very big legislation about the tour agencies, the tour operators. So involving the mayors is really important. And this international recognition helps us to support our cause. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sinem. Great to see how from one big city, Helsinki, the other city, big city of Izmir are having different approaches. I think your approach with district by district is a very good one, step by step. Which brings us to the final presentation of this session. Isana Agata from Mauritius is the manager of the Rodrigues Tourism Office and also runs a consultancy firm specializing in tourism product development. She holds a master's degree in sustainable tourism management from the Polytechnic Institute of Leiria in Portugal. deeply passionate about tourism, particularly sustainable tourism. She's committed to being part of the change by contributing to meaningful discussions, such as today, impactful projects and innovative measures to advance the sector. Please, attention for Isan, and the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. So good morning everybody. And yes, we have been to all those big cities, countries. Now we'll go to a small island in the Indian Ocean. So I will talk about Rodrigues Island, so which form parts of the Republic of Mauritius. I don't know if you have heard about Rodrigues before, but we do exist. We are here, and I'm here actually. We have approximately 45,000 inhabitants. And the small island covers an area of 108 kilometers square. The lagoon is twice the island, which is 220 kilometers square. And we are part of the Republic of Mauritius, but we are autonomous since 2002, meaning that we have our own regional assembly with different commissions, and I am under the Commission for Tourism, actually. Okay, so you will see we are a small dot in the Indian Ocean. You can't see, but if you zoom a little bit, you will see we are here. Okay, so why this research topic about revitalization of culture as a tourism planning tool? It is because we have three major questions that arise as a small island developing state. So it is cultural commodification, meaning that we are losing some of traditional knowledge, authenticity, and commodifying them to be a tourism product. So that's one other issue that arise, which tackle in our head and bring this study research. And then the second one was a lack of policies towards sustainable cultural tourism. We talk a lot about greening the island, we talk a lot about environmental impact, climate change, but we talk a little bit about cultural heritage, authenticity of the island, and what are we doing for that? And then we have the vulnerability of the SIDS, so the small island developing states. So as big cities, we don't have so much resources, so we depend a lot on tourism, agriculture. So I can feel myself with Belsh. Yes, so we have like some similarities because we are very vulnerable compared to other destinations, and more specifically due to climate change. Okay. So what it enables us to explore? So it enables us to identify the importance of culture in SIDS, so small island developing states, to identify why culture should be revitalized, because again, being far from the major countries in a small island, so we used to copy. We copy a lot from Europe, we copy a lot from Africa, we copy a lot from different people, but we have our own identity. And the soul of a destination is the identity, the authenticity. That's why. And how can culture be used to enhance tourism industry? By creating competitiveness. So why are we here today? We are here to discover different cultures, different destinations, and actually culture is a very competitive advantage for tourism as well. And fourthly, it will help us to define policies that will improve cultural conservation and development. We have an issue. We have an issue of traditional knowledge. In small developing island states, we lack of data, we lack of innovation. Digital archives. Yes, digital archives. We lack that, and we are losing our traditional knowledge. And I think with this research, we will be able to actually work on something that will develop and keep safe our traditional knowledge and the authenticity of the island. Okay, so the main question that derive from the research topic, first of all, before going to that, just look at the picture of the island. You will see the lagoon is twice the island, which is very nice. So it's still very inhabited. We have lots of space and lots of very beautiful beaches as well. But coming to the research topic, why do we go from there? there were 4 major questions. The first one, where does culture stand in the development process of small island developing state? So where does culture stand? I will just take an example. So the tourism office is under the Commission for Tourism. We have a regional assembly and we have different commission. And in the different commission, we are the last one in the hierarchy level. So in terms of culture and tourism, it's not, we don't give that is so big importance in the sustainable development of SIDS. So that's why we are talking about that today. And the second question is that can revitalization of culture be considered as a tourism planning tool? And if yes, how can culture be revitalized so that it matches the tourism development process of the island? Okay. Those are the questions that arise during the research topic. You have also question 3. What are the implications of revitalizing culture as a tourism planning tool in comparison with other alternative approach? This was a very good question, a very huge one. And the last one, what are the measures and policies that need to be adopted and implemented to make culture one of the driving forces of the tourism sector? And those questions came from a panel of experts. So we use the Delphi method, where we have a panel of experts to come along with those questions that we need to implement for the island. Okay? And some recommendations, I won't talk about all, but some recommendation will be, it is important to identify what makes the island's culture unique and attractive to visitors. This includes histories, tradition, arts, craft, music, cuisine, and festival. So I've watched all the presentation. We talk about festival, we talk about the food, we talk about history. So these are the things that made a destination unique, actually. And how can SIDS develop cultural tourism product without doing the cultural commodification? So it is important. We need to be able to develop tourism product without commodification so that we can keep the soul and authenticity of the island. And investing in conservation. And you will see, actually, if you go to Rodrigues Island, you can see the cows on the beach, and which is very, very untouched and still very grounded to the authenticity of the island. So that's why we want to keep that. Many visitors come to the island and they are looking for authenticity, and they like those aspects. And in this era of development, sustainable development, we need at this point to be able to balance with the sustainable development and also cultural conservation of small islands. Okay? And the promotion of cultural awareness. So promoting cultural awareness both attract tourists and locals, and programs like cultural events. And also the study demonstrates that cultural tourism can help foster a sense of pride and identity among the local communities. And it is true. I wanted to wear my local outfit, but it's cold here. Actually, we are in summertime in Rodrigues, but I'm feeling cold, so sorry for that. But I'm inviting you to come to Rodrigues to be able to wear our local dress, which is a summer dress. And here we are, it demonstrates that cultural tourism helps to foster a sense of pride. And the last one is that, with those policies, we have developed cultural infrastructures, such as museums, art galleries, and even we have our traditional dance, which is Segatombu, which is in the UNESCO since 2017. So we are on the right way to make cultural tourism one of the most important aspects of tourism, sustainable tourism development. But we still have lots of things to do, and today, maybe with your help, we'll be able to discuss about how we can do that. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's really inviting with all these pictures from tropical islands to plan some escape this winter. Absolutely. Very proud of the presenters because we have, I think, more than 30 minutes for questions. So I'll inviting the presenters to join this part and have a seat at the high chair. So we can have a panel discussion, respond to any questions. I'm going to put this down. I think we can have one here. There we go. There we go. Any first question from the audience about one of the presentations that you witnessed? Suela, I see there's a question there from Mr.
Hi. Is it working? Yeah. One question for Yuka. First, congratulations on all the awards and being ranked #1 on GDS. How did you manage to get 99% of the hotels to be sustainably recognized or certified?
Well, first of all, thank you. It's a good question. It's actually one of the topics that I was meant to talk about a bit. How do you get the tourism companies involved in the common goal? And it's not easy. It has taken a lot of work and a lot of years to get the tourism companies to join. We've had lots of tools for that. For example, the Sustainable Travel Finland program that we've been pushing for 6 years. But of course, there have been certifications already before that. For me, it's rather easy job because I think the overall awareness of sustainability issues and environment is quite high in Finland. So I don't have to go to the companies and explain that sustainability is important. But it does cost money in the beginning. It takes a lot of time to persuade all the companies in joining. We have to support them financially. We have to support them with trainings, workshops. We are giving a lot of visibility for the companies that have a certification, so more visibility on website. The companies that have the Sustainable Travel Finland label get the first position on a FAM trip, familiarization trips. They always get the advantage. So if you are sustainable, we will reward you for that. And we also have this network of 150 companies in Helsinki, and the companies pay money to be involved in this tourism network. But for those who have a certification, they will get a reduced price. So we give everything that we can to those who do their job. And those who don't do their job, we leave them be.
Oh, it sounded like there was a question from the other room. Thank you so much. I think it's a very good question. And I see quite some familiar faces from other destination managers here who can really learn from the experience in Helsinki being top ranked. Any other questions to any of the panelists? There you go.
Hi, my question goes for Isana from Rodriguez. First of all, congratulations on the presentation because I have a lot of value. What you have transmitted to us about the island. I visited Mauritius just before the pandemic, and I heard of this island, but nobody goes there at that time. I mean, even I have a T-shirt with Rodriguez. I didn't know what it was Rodriguez till I bought this T-shirt. And then they told me, yeah, it's a very small island, but very, very small. I just said it's a small dot in there. So, congrats again for all the good job that you have done to open the destination to the rest of the world. But my question is, how do you manage to get tourism to there? Because I think that you have to fight with the big destination, which is the main island. So how you can open this gem to the world, and yeah, how this is because I think it's very interesting destination. I think that it's the value that you are putting on that, and also is how the beaten path outside Mauritius. It's quite important. So I'd like to know about this answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, yes, as the manager of a tourism office, it is very difficult to actually not compete because each destination has their own specificities. But it's difficult. I would just share a small anecdote. I was in Paris for the EFTM Top Reza. And there's a lot of big countries, and there's a small table for Rodrigues Island there. So we are trying to do little action to open the destination to the public. But nowadays we can see that it is good that you have not gone to Rodrigues in 2019, because now people are looking for a niche destination. They are looking for something different. They are looking for something that they have not experienced before. And small island like that is, you need to experience it. And it is now that we are opening to the world, because we want to go slowly, and it's slow tourism. We want to go slowly but surely. So many people say that Rodrigues, it's Mauritius 20 years before. And actually before that we were like feeling a little bit, I don't know, nervous, complex, but nowadays it's a pride for us. So we are very proud that we are still very untouched, and it is only people that are seeking for authenticity, for slow tourism, for adventure, hiking, and getting disconnected, actually, that goes to Rodrigues. So you really need to know the destination. And it is a challenge, of course, to do the promotion of a destination, but here we are on those panels, so we try to do our little space, a little way to go out there to meet people and to make the destination known to the people. But one big challenge is that we are learning from different countries, so we are learning what they are doing, we are seeing what they are doing, so that we don't do the same in Rodrigues Island. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sana. Very interesting questions. We can go later turning that a little bit more in a discussion, but before we go there, are there any urgent or things that you are wondering from the presenters that you would like to have clarified? So far not. So I think then we can actually pass the question that was asked to Jukka to the other panelists, because I think it's a very common challenge in sustainable destination management, like how to reach that amount of, in this case, certified business owners, or otherwise involving the enterprises in joining the journey of sustainability. So I would maybe start with Dr. Chuit to ask in Thailand or in your DASTA destinations, how you work with the private sector, what are your incentives, as exemplified here by Jukka, for example, with some financial discounts, etc. Is something similar happening in Thailand?
Yes, some extent, yes. In our designated areas, actually, we are fully dedicated to the GTC for destination, rather than GTC for industry, which is about hotels and tour operators, of which many authorities are promoting the industry already in our designated areas, especially Tourism Authority of Thailand or Thailand Tourism Council in each provincial level. They are heavily promoting the hotels and tour operators. Having said that, however, we encourage the private sectors to help our work as key stakeholders along with the key authorities. So talking about the key authorities and the key stakeholders are your friends to comfort you, when you are traveling on the sustainability journey. But key authorities in the real life, that our work on the supply side has to undergo with the key authorities. They could come up with, in form of, for example, Department of National Parks, highways, Ministry of Culture, things like that, Department of Fine Arts, looking after the ancient towns and historical parks where we have to deal with. I think the voice of the private sector is also important because, symbiosis, they live each other about the business and the sustainability governed by the key authorities. If the key authorities show up with the very strict conditions of promoting the tourism in our designated areas, the private sector would be suffered about that. So we are at the middle, to negotiate between two sides, to go along the same route of the sustainability journey. So it's quite challenging for us, but Rome could not be constructed in over one night. It takes time. Thank you.
Thank you. So if you would need to make an estimation how many destinations or how many percent in the DASTA destinations are certified businesses, how many percent of the businesses are certified? Is there, I don't want to compare with Helsinki, but just for
it depends on the types of the certifications. I mean, we have green hotels certification promoted by the Ministry of Environment, Natural Resources and Environment. They have their own labels of the certification as well. But roughly speaking, I would guess, in our designated areas, more than 50% they have been certified in whatever ways they would like to go as their comfort.
Great, right. That's already quite advancing. Absolutely. How Paulina is that taking place in Belsh, in Albania?
So, how I said, our municipality is so small. We encouraged our businesses to take part in fairs, international or national fairs. Also, we have a project going on in our municipality that it's focused on training young people and businesses to share their to discover tourism, or to take an idea and to make it possible for Belsh. So far, we have none of our businesses certified as green, so we are small and very young in this sector. That's all.
No, yeah, I think it's great that you're now meeting with the other colleagues, destination managers, and learning how they have been able to,
yes.
After also a long journey, like Dr. Chuit said, it's not happening overnight. But thank you for sharing your situation. And Sinem, how Izmir is the state of the art with business involvement?
Yes, our 30 districts rewards works in some of them, punishment works for some of them. Our Ministry of Tourism of the government, we are the opposite party of the government. So they don't support us anything with the budget-wise. But with the subject of sustainability, that's the common word for the ministry and for the local governments. They started working for the sustainability 4-5 years ago, and they had an agreement with GSTC. Our tourism development agency, working under the ministry, they've basically forced all of the accommodations companies, the hotels and the resorts and everything, they have to get the GSTC certificate. It's a mandatory in Turkey. In end of 2003, they had to get their level 1. And now, 2025, they have all of the hotels and everything, they have GSTC certificate. So that was plus for our criterias. So we didn't need to talk to the hotels or the accommodations to get the certificate because they already got it. But the next step is forcing the other businesses like the travel agencies, the ports, cruise ports, the malls, restaurants. We are working with the ministry as well. They are taking care of the industry part. The local governments are taking care of the destination part in Turkey.
Thank you.
That's the only subject, sustainability, the subject that we've been working together with the central government.
And how is the mandatory certification of,
Yes.
of hotels? How's that working out in practice? Did you see any challenges achieving that? Because it's quite the opposite of what happened in Helsinki, for example, where it was done the soft way.
Yeah, I mean, if they need to keep their licenses for the tourism industry, they have to get it. There is no other option for them. They don't need to talk about anything. In order to keep their license, they have to get the GSTC certificate. It's a mandatory. So it's basically like, I mean, they most of them, they hire companies to get them through this evaluation process, the criterias and everything. So it also helps for us to apply for the destination certificate.
All right, thank you. Yeah, please go ahead.
Did they complain about the...
Yeah, of course they complain because it's a mandatory. They have to pay for the companies, the PR services. I mean, this has to be volunteering. I mean, this is a sustainability. I mean, everybody needs to apply it. But especially the economic crisis, like everywhere in the world, in Turkey we have a lot. So the mandatory is really some of, not the big resorts, but some of the small hotels, small investments. It's really forcing them to get this certificate, get this GST certificate. It's really hard for them.
But in the end, it worked because you said in 2025, even the smaller have achieved it.
Yes,
Okay.
I mean, it works. If they don't get their certificate, they got their fee, and they are facing the losing their licenses. It's really difficult, but it works in somehow.
I think it's very interesting to study because a lot of more destinations will be forced to engage their businesses, also with the new GSTC guidelines, which are going to require 15% in order to get a GSTC certificate for a destination. Maybe as final example of, I think, the smallest destination, from Rodriguez, how are you working with local business owners? Or maybe you can first a little bit paint a picture. What is the local business owner on Rodriguez?
Okay. Yes, but actually for Mauritius we are doing really well for now with all the certified hotels because we have big branch. But in Rodriguez, just to give you a picture, we have 8 hotels, and most of the other accommodations are owned by family businesses. So it's tourism guest house, tourism residence, villas, and that form part of the accommodation of a destination. So it's mainly family businesses, and only 8 hotels with a maximum of 92 rooms, the biggest hotel. Okay, so what are we doing to actually make the local operators go in the same aspect as the government, actually, because we are also planning to be at a green destination, which can be easy for us because we are only 45,000 inhabitants and 108 kilometers square. It is that we are giving training. So it is, now we are starting with training all the establishments. So we are providing free training for all the local operators, meaning that the government is paying for the training session for the local operators because it's family-owned small business enterprise, so it's not big profit, not huge profit. So we are helping them with a training session. So we are giving different in management, in customer service, everything. And there is another project coming up. It is that we are helping them with a upgrading of their tourism establishment, meaning that we are giving grants. It is a matching grant, 60-40. So the local operators pay 40%, and we give 60% to upgrade their establishment, like green solar energy, water harvesting, grey water system. So we are giving grants also for those local business to be able to upgrade. And we have just started last year with the help of the World Bank, and it is a program on 5 years. And we hope that during the 5 years we'll be able to have more operators trained and in the norms. And to be honest, the criteria for green destination is quite hectic for us as a small destination. I think we should have like a simpler one for small islands, so where we can have like, it's easier for us to be green destination, but it's a huge criteria. And for us to compare to the EU norms, European norms, it's quite difficult, and we are trying. We'll try, and we'll make it. Maybe yes.
Maybe it's an idea to talk with here Mr. Dalibor from Mali Lošinj, also an island in Croatia, a first Croatian member of Green Destinations. And maybe Dalibor may ask if you can share some insights on how you are solving the topic as a small island and involving your business owners.
Yeah, we are more similar like you. So we have just 7,000 inhabitants on 250 square kilometers of the area, and which includes also the 40 islands and islets, but just 7 of them are inhabited. But we have a lot of impact of the tourism, as we have annual visitors around 300,000 visitors and over the 2.4 million of overnights. But that means the length of stay is around 7 days, which is very good. That the experience of the tourism, they can visit all the islands. But we are not so much satisfied with the role of the private sector still. Yeah, they have some kind of labels, but not as we want to have them. As we are let's say we have the main role in the destination as a tourist office, as we are the first destination that in Croatia that gets the Gold Award certification, but still not such much impact of the private sector yet, because they are living in a comfort zone. They are still doing very good job. But I think in the future, I saw one of the slides that of the booking.com that the new generation they are choosing the destination which are certificate and they have some kind of labels, eco labels, and I think it will be helpful for us that the private sector will also join the public sector. Now it's still on the public sector, but okay. That's the fight with them, as they are private sector. They just want to see what they can earn. So if they can earn without the labels, they will go in that process. But okay, yeah, we will try to do the better things with them. Okay.
Thank you. Is there any other destination manager in the room here who would like to share their experience with private sector, business, hotel owners, challenges or successes on this topic? Maybe João from Cascais, any insight you would like to share?
Thank you. Well, okay, it's always good to be here to see that there are different levels. So we are always in the same family. So we are always learning, like Helsinki on the top and the small islands. So Portugal is a little bit in the middle. We are quite enthusiastic about the municipality. Working with the private sector, it's always a challenge. But I think now we are choosing some good examples. So instead of we as a tourist office or the municipality to move in, we are trying to find some ambassadors, some 1 or 2 hotels already with a high ranking on sustainability, and try to use them as an ambassador and as an example for the others. So there will be peer-to-peer, the same kind of business colleagues to say, okay, are we going to challenge this? Are we going to move your resources and stuff? So obviously we are also able to support in funding somehow and promoting some workshops, also to push them in. But I think it's the next top challenge for the municipality to embrace the destination in all the private sectors, and this means not only the hotels, but also the restaurants and all the tourism operators who really need to find the difference between business as usual and business as a sustainable, profitable world. Thank you.
Thank you. João is the destination manager of Cascais, one of the first ever destinations awarded with Green Destinations Quality Coast Award already 2009-8, around that time, so long time ago. Thank you for sharing that. Any other questions that you would like to ask to them? Please go ahead.
So when talking about the certification for developing countries like Thailand and many Asian countries, I think affordability is also critical, to effort to the cost to be certified. It is very important for developing countries like Thailand as well. You can notice that almost all top 100 stories, destinations, and awards from Thailand, have been financially supported in terms of, fees, things like that, by the government. It is the real life. And so the next time, I think the issue, the topic of, this is not considered the pain point of European countries, but I think it is serious for the Asian countries, especially in Southeast Asia, like Thailand. So I think we have to be more seriously about talking about. I could remember that Tony Charter, one of the players of the Ecotourism Australia, once said that you have your full service airlines and you have low-cost airline. Why don't Green Destination open low-cost certification bodies under the holding company of Green Destinations? So seeking the new niche market for Southeast Asian countries, things like that. This is the reality, when dealing with the certification, especially from the bodies like Green Destination, internationally recognized bodies like this. I'm talking about Vario, Travelife, EarthCheck, more expensive than Green Destinations. So I would like to leave this point of view. Thank you.
Indeed, it's one of our challenges, and I think very important to keep them business certification affordable and viable for across every continent, actually, in the world. Sorry. If there's no other question, I think we're kind of ready for lunch. So I would like to thank each and every one of our panelists for sharing your experience and also the questions from the rest of the room. We're heading into the lunch, and after the lunch there will be another round of sessions, and I look forward to seeing you in one of our other sessions. Thank you.